Hey guys, it's Stephanie with Simarchy, and welcome to a speed build of modern Serenity. Now, it's a small but luxurious home, and this is part of an amazing collab, a collab building up Newcrest with a bunch of amazing simmers. Now, this was put together by Chrissie Sims, and this is just, well, Chrissie York. You guys probably know her by Chrissie York. There's so many amazing people. I really can't believe it. So Gemini Ginger, Dylan Sims, just going to read through a few names because there are so many. SimmerSan, Krystal Gamer, Simply Jodie, Sim Kim, Hey Harrie, Havana Sims. Oh my God, there's so many. I will actually have links in the description to all of their Twitters and YouTubes and all that fun stuff, so you can go check it out. So basically, we are each building a lot in Newcrest. Oh gosh, you're gonna hear my cat meowing in the background. And what Chrissie did was she basically split up the town in 3 different sections. So one section is more of like the budget style houses. The other is the more, you know, expensive maybe type houses. And then the third section is the retail and community lots. So I was lucky. I was one of the first people that got to choose what I wanted to do. And I decided to pick one of the more expensive homes. I originally was going to go with something on the budget lot section of town. But knowing me, I just can't really do budget builds. I mean, I've tried before. I've done them in the form of like starter homes, which is totally fun. But when you do a starter home, you can't really be super creative. You're pretty limited to like how many walls you can use, what type of items you can use, because it has to stay within a certain budget. And although I don't know if the budget homes would have been that extreme, I still wanted to be able to just have an unlimited budget to do whatever I wanted. Again, sorry if you hear noises in the background. My cats are so bad. I literally started streaming and recording videos from home, and they're like, they've taken over. Hold on, I'm going to throw something in her direction. Just toss my little twerking pig stuffed animal near her. Maybe she'll leave. That didn't work. Okay, well, yeah, so my cats are really bad. They've been popping up in videos, but since today I don't have face cam, you can't see her. But this is the good one, Lana. The bad one's Lexi. You might have saw her when I did my collab with Thomas TV. She literally jumped on the back of my chair while I was recording, and I didn't know what to do because she was just kind of there, and it scared me because she had never jumped on the back of my chair before, so I literally had no idea what to do. I was freaking out. She was clawing up the leather. It was just a bad, horrible, scary situation, and she eventually made her way down. And actually, yesterday when I was live streaming, or maybe it was the day before, just tossing some more stuffed animals her way. Okay, that made her leave. Oh my gosh. She's like, why is there stuff on the floor next to the bag I'm trying to lick? She licks plastic. She's really weird. She's a weird cat, but Lexi, the bad one, yeah, she jumped on the back of my chair while I was streaming again, and I didn't know what to do. So she's just sitting there like rubbing her head against my head, really pushing hard against my head. I don't know if she was trying to love me or hurt me, but I was afraid she was going to start ripping chunks of my hair out, because she's done that before. Like, she acts really sweet and cuddly, and then she just grabs a chunk of your hair and rips it out. So I'm sitting there kind of freaking out, and eventually I decided I should probably pull her down because she's just getting kind of weird, sort of like sliding down the chair and scratching all over it. So I pick her up, and while I'm holding her, she's doing the same thing. She's just like smashing her head into my head, trying to be lovey, but she was kind of being really aggressive. It was super weird. So I tried to put her down, and then she dug her claws into me and she wouldn't let go. She's just sitting there stuck on me, and I'm streaming and I'm holding her, and I'm like, guys, I don't know what to do. Like, if I try to pull her away, she's literally going to rip some flesh out. So I eventually ended up just picking her up while she still got her claws dug into me, walking into my room and kind of laying backwards on my bed. And as soon as I lay down, she let go of her clench, like she let go of her grip, and she sat on the bed and walked away. But she's been acting really weird lately. I don't know if it's because I'm home now more often, and she's like, what is this sorcery? I haven't seen you at home in like 10 years, and now you're sitting here talking to yourself, because obviously she has no idea what live streaming is. So maybe she just thought I needed attention, or maybe she wanted to be bratty. I have no idea, but yeah, anyways, enough about the cats. Sorry, I'm like the quintessential cat mom. Like, my cats are my babies, and I never want to have kids, so those are my babes. That's who I talk about. But if you want to check them out, definitely stop by a live stream. They do make some appearances, and I do stream over on Twitch 5 days a week, and I post YouTube videos between 1 and 2 days a week. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but considering I stream full time, it is. Like, keeping up with 1 or 2 videos a week on YouTube has been pretty tough. I used to have an entire day off when I would just spend the whole day recording YouTube videos, and since I literally don't have that anymore, I've been squeezing in voiceovers wherever I can, and that's another reason why I had to get rid of the face cam for the most part. Oh god, the other cat's here. All right, you know what? They just oh god. All right, I know you can't see her, but she's literally, you can hear her. She's climbing on my chair. Oh my god, I swear it's like a zoo here. I guess this is her new thing. She likes to climb on my chair. Well, okay, I'm actually glad there's not face cam on because I'd be freaking out right now. So I'm gonna just ignore her. I'm gonna ignore her. Oh god, what? All right, anyways, what was I talking about? Yes, Twitch. I live stream on Twitch almost every single day. It's a lot of fun. You should definitely join us. There's a link in the description, of course. And if you've never been to a live stream, it's so much fun. It's so interactive. You can just sit there and literally communicate with your community while you're building. So instead of me doing this right now and trying to figure out what windows go where and no idea what I'm doing and what color palette to use, I could just ask the chat and they would give me their opinion and their ideas, and we come up with cool stuff I never thought about. So live streaming for me is just the most amazing thing in the world. But YouTube is my original home. I never want to let it, just kind of disappear. So I'm actually happy that I've been invited to do collabs lately, because this gives me an excuse, a reason to put some more videos on here that aren't just tutorials. Because if you don't know, I've mostly been doing tutorials recently, which is super, super fun. I actually really like making those. And they're super quick, short videos, usually just a couple minutes, showing you just some tips and tricks that I've picked up. And there is 2 series. There's a beginner series where I go through the literal entire interface of the building menu, what every single icon does, a bunch of different keyboard shortcuts, serious basic stuff if you're just learning how to build. And then my more advanced series goes into how to create your own waterfalls and your own open doors and your own open windows and your own custom windows, and just like weird stuff that doesn't necessarily exist in the game, but you can make if you combine stuff with other stuff, which is really my passion in the game. I just love seeing what you can turn stuff into with a little bit of creativity. And actually, another series I have on Twitch is my Tour Tuesday, which I used to do here on YouTube. I used to go through and tour, and each episode would be one person's house. But since we're live and I don't have to worry about editing and, catching every single tiny detail, we usually get through like 20, 30, sometimes even 40 houses a day. And we just go through and look at everyone's homes and see what they've been up to. You can come by any Tour Tuesday and submit your house to be toured live. And literally the community, the creativity of the community is so inspiring. It is jaw-dropping. It blows my mind every single time. I'm like exhausted after I do a Tour Me Tuesday. My brain hurts, my head hurts, but we come away with so many amazing ideas of what to do in the game. Just looking at stuff we've never seen before and going, wow, I didn't know you could use that item that way, or even I didn't know it came in that color swatch, or I forgot that item existed. But some more notable things that I've seen recently, someone made a cute little, oh gosh, okay, the cat's falling. You gotta stop breaking my chair. You gotta stop breaking my chair. You can't see her, but Lexi's saying hi now. First Lana had to come out and say hi, now Lexi's saying hi. Oh gosh. But yeah, someone made, they used split foundation to make a window seat, and I thought that was so stinking cute. And someone else took the cabinets, because if you don't know, the cabinets, you can click on them and turn them into custom ones. So for example, if it's normally a closed cabinet, sometimes you can find ones that have glass on them with little bottles inside, and there's just a bunch of different ways that you can look at the different cabinets. And someone took those and stacked them on top of each other to make their own hutch. I was shook. I was like, I never thought to do that before. I need to get more creative. I need to step up my game. So I asked them if I could use that as a new tutorial, and they said yeah. So it's so fun. It's so fun. It's so fun seeing How many times did I just say it's so fun? But yeah, it's great seeing the amazing creativity of the community. It literally is the coolest thing ever. I am always completely shocked at what people can do and how they come up with it. And I'm constantly telling people, can I get in your brain? Like, can I just borrow your brain for one day? Because I would have never thought to do that in a million years. Never, ever, ever. But yeah, that's... That's just a bit about Twitch. So back to this house. Basically, I wanted to do something really grand and luxurious, but on a tiny lot, obviously. So I picked the smallest lot that was available for the collab. And the reason I did that is because I feel like I can be a bit more creative when it's a smaller lot because I'm not worrying about filling every single tiny inch of the space. With a giant lot, I just sometimes don't know what to do. There's so much empty room and there's only so many things that I can think to do. And it's just easier for me to build on a smaller lot, but I still wanted it to be a very grand, luxurious house. So I imagine this, even though it's in Newcrest, parts of Newcrest are weird. Like I almost didn't put the palm trees because I thought they didn't really fit in with Newcrest. But when I zoomed out and looked at some of the other houses that EA created, there were quite a few palm trees. So I said, okay, I'll just go with the palm tree thing. But I would totally imagine this house on the ocean, beautiful ocean view, literally just right on the coast, staring over the ocean, maybe with a big infinity pool. But since I was limited to the type of lot that I was using, I couldn't really do that, but that's what I imagined in my head. So of course, this does still work in the lot here in Newcrest. If you want to download it, you can put it there, or you can absolutely put it in somewhere more like Windenburg. Windenburg definitely would be would be a better option. Maybe like the little lot. What is it called? Is it called Mid Nowhere, or did I make that up? I don't know, but one of those beachy lots. Or even on one of the bigger ones on the Windenburg Island, because like I said, you can make an infinity pool. There's a lot more you can do with this. You could put a hot tub. I just had very limited space. In hindsight, maybe I should have picked a bigger lot so I could have done a bit more with the yard. But for me, the focus was making a house that looks cool, because I have been way more into building than furnishing lately. And with that, I normally do traditional family houses, little suburbans, and I want to branch out a bit. So I wanted to do something definitely more modern, and I like the roof shapes. You'll probably get a little better shot of those like towards the end, but I had a lot of fun with the roof shapes. I spent a lot of time on them, and I think they came out really nice. And the floor plan was really interesting too, because it's sort of like an L-shaped house. When I do traditional houses and suburbans and things like that, they're usually not L-shaped. They're usually just upstairs and downstairs with a couple of pop-outs here and there. Oh, I did put a hot tub. Oh, I forgot. Well, look at that. We do have a hot tub on the top floor. That actually worked out nice. I totally forgot I did that. See, you don't need a big yard. You don't need a big old yard. But yeah, the shape was fun. I really liked it. I don't know. It was interesting. I don't want to say it was out of my comfort zone, but it's definitely not something that I normally gravitate to when I build. So it was really fun. And I do have to say, I looked at a couple pictures for inspiration. I highly suggest that, because as a builder, first of all, it's hard enough coming up with your own ideas, but then it's hard to sort of execute them. And it's really easy to get stuck in a rut and do the same thing over and over again. So when you are able to look through pictures for inspiration, you can look at different type of architectural features that you never thought of before, or maybe you didn't even think was possible in the game. But by looking at them, you get different ideas, and it forces you to be a bit more creative and say, oh, wow, that's kind of cool. I wonder if I could do that in the game. And then you start looking at different items going, oh yeah, it would work if I did this, or what if I did that? So that for me is super fun. I love looking at inspiration photos. I would like to get to the point one day where I can just build something without really having to look at a picture. Which I can do. I can do with the traditional homes now, but definitely not modern. And if I do, they're very cubey. They're just like little blocks with little pop-outs here and there. They're nothing this intricate. So I'm really proud of this one. I looked at about 3 or 4 different photos and just took a few of my favorite things from each one and combined them into this gorgeous house. And I'm really proud of it. I didn't go crazy with the clutter. Again, with like the traditional homes, it's super easy for me to just go through and clutter up every single area. But with something like this, I wanted the focus to be more of the, I guess, the structure of the house and the pool, and just to keep it a bit more minimalistic and modern. But I do have one problem that I have to work on, because whenever I do a modern house, there's basically 3 things that I do every single time. So first of all, I keep it very clean, barely any clutter, which I've just put a tiny bit here in the kitchen. Second of all, what was that second thing? Oh, the color. I tend to do blues and whites and grays. And the third thing is I stay very monochromatic. So I'll pick a color like blue and gray, or blue and green. I mean, I haven't really ventured out much. It's always some sort of blue and white. And the whole entire house ends up being the same color scheme, which I don't think is bad, but I would like to branch out more, because I see people do beautiful modern houses that just look full and rich and lived in, and mine feel a little bit clinical sometimes, just a little bit too clean. So that's something I definitely want to work on, and I think I can get better at it. It just takes a lot of time and practice with anything in The Sims. You know, you can keep working on it until you like it, until it's perfect. But this one, I don't know. I didn't get to put as much time into it as I wanted. I might have gotten a bit more creative if I had more time. But again, going back to the streaming full-time thing, I usually only have a few hours during my work, like during my actual job, to do the speed builds. And then I'm doing the voiceovers before work. That's why my voice is a bit like scratchy, because it's super early for me. I have to get up early to do the voiceovers. But yeah, if I had some more time to really sit and focus on this, I might have done something different. I'm not really sure what, but maybe played with some different colors. That probably would have been fun. Although I really like these spa day counters in the blue. I don't think I've ever used them in that swatch before. When you look at them in the catalog, they have sort of a dark brown, and I never even think, oh, there might be a lighter, more fresh swatch there. And I forget that that blue counter even exists. So I am happy that I use those. But the only thing that I don't like is that, well, I don't know. I kind of like it and I kind of don't. The blue and the sort of seafoamy green that I've used are almost too similar. Like they almost clash a bit. So maybe in hindsight, I would have changed that. But that goes back to not having a color wheel, which I rant about every single time. Every time I stream, every time I make a video, I rant about the color wheel, which I know we're never going to get. Like they've pretty much said they have no plans on working on a color wheel. Usually if they're doing something and they don't want to tell us, they just say, oh yeah, we can't say. But they actually said, yeah, we don't plan on doing a color wheel anytime soon, aka never. So I won't get my hopes up, but if I could, dang, those counters would have been the same green color of the wall. And then this room here was really tiny and awkward too. I like that it goes straight into the pool. And it sort of bothered me at first that I didn't have a true lounge area because of how small the lot was, but it's fine. I think it's fine to just open the doors and jump straight in the pool. I think there's something fun and appealing about that. And so I thought just putting a little fitness center down there would be the perfect, appropriate match. Although, dang it, I should have put like a little bathroom. I don't even know if there's room, but I could have put like a little bathroom. That would have been cute because then you can get out of the pool. You can work out a little bit if you want. You can, you know, take a shower and change, and that, oh man, that would have been smart. That would have been smart. But now I'm working on the office, and the office was also a bit awkward because of the way that I wanted the outside of the building to look. I couldn't really put windows down there because I liked having that solid block of blue concrete. So there was really only one wall of windows. So I just added some columns and turned the rest into bookshelves. And now I'm working on the living room. The living room I thought was a really cute layout too. When I was doing the windows in the homes, I specifically left that big wall that the TV is on with just the windows way on top using the, what is it, the medium size wall? Which usually I don't. Usually I only use the short ones. But I thought that'd be a nice opportunity to get a little bit of lighting in here, but still leave a big giant feature wall for the TV. And I used the same spa day cabinets to create sort of an entertainment system around it. And this is one of those tips and tricks I learned from Tour Tuesday on my streams. I see a lot of people using the cabinets to make entertainment systems, to make units behind the TV, like just to do really cool closets and bathrooms. So I was absolutely inspired by that for that TV entertainment system. And we still had this big giant wall in the back. So instead of just putting a big awkward piece of wall art, I decided to put another bookshelf and a little seating area. And I'm playing around with using the carpet as a rug and sectioning it off with a fence instead of just sticking a rug down there, because the rugs, obviously, it's hard to find like the really long, narrow ones. There was a couple, but when I overlapped them on top of each other, they looked funny. So I thought that was a fun little thing to do. And now we're moving up to the master bedroom. Actually, I think there's 2 masters, but this one has access to the patio with the balcony with the hot tub and the seating area. It probably would have made more sense to leave this as an open hallway or a way for all of the bedrooms to access it, but instead you have to go through this one. And if you don't want to use it as a master, you can pretend it's like a guest room, so that way it wouldn't be awkward for people to walk through it to get to the balcony unless you have guests over, but then you'd be entertaining them and it wouldn't be super awkward to go through their room to get out there anyways, or maybe it would. I don't know. I don't know. The floor plan wasn't perfect, but there you have it. And this is the kids' room. Again, this house, it didn't have a really big yard. I didn't worry too much about putting kids' toys and playground equipment and stuff outside, so I just Maybe it's an older kid that likes to stay inside more often. Me, I never went outside as a kid. But I gave them a cute little pink and purple room and a dollhouse. So I figure at least they'll have some entertainment. They can go swimming, right? They can be a swimmer. And this is the hall bathroom, which again was super awkwardly shaped because of that little diagonal pop out I put on the first floor. But I ended up making it work. I was going to try to put a laundry room in there initially, but it didn't. I mean, it fit, but there wouldn't have been a really good place to put the sink. So instead, I decided no laundry, and we'll just put the double sinks. And with laundry, I actually was super excited to get the pack. I voted for laundry when we had our big community vote. And I had been wanting laundry so bad before then. I constantly was like, we need laundry, we need laundry, we need laundry. It makes the house look more like a home. And I almost never use the laundry now. I feel awful. I don't know what happens. I just forget to use it, or I forget to plan out a really good place to put it, and it just never ends up in my houses. So that's another thing I definitely need to work on, is creating a laundry room. Because I used to love to do that in The Sims 3. A beautiful bathroom with a beautiful laundry room. I don't know why. It was just, again, it just makes it feel so homey. It makes it feel like a real home. So this is actually the master bedroom here. I forgot how big this was, and I just built this like last week and I forgot everything already. But this one has its own ensuite and then this really cute walk-in closet, which I was trying to experiment more with colors since downstairs was so blue and green. So we have a little bit of more pink and purple, which is more my aesthetic. I really, really love the pastels. Pastel colors make me so happy. And since I'm a mermaid, I guess that makes sense. They remind me of the ocean and pearls and coral and all that fun stuff. So definitely kept it more pastel up here. And here I'm playing with using the carpet as a rug once again, because you can make it the exact size and shape that you want. And I just think it looks super cute. I think it's super cute, but I do wish we had more carpet patterns in this game. We have maybe only 2 or 3 that I use consistently. So it would totally be nice to have a few more. Or again, a color wheel so we can make our own. But hey, I'll just keep complaining and ranting about that. Gosh, this master bedroom actually ended up being a little bit too big. So I added 2 seating areas, one in front of the fireplace, actually quite a few, and one in front of the closet, which I think is one of those things that only super rich fancy homes have, where you have like a little living room in front of your walk-in closet. I don't know. I had fun with it though. I hope you guys enjoy this. I really liked building it. I think it came out super cute. I'm definitely going to play with more modern styles in the future. This house just makes me really happy, and I hope it makes you happy too. Thank you again, Chrissie, York, and thank you for everyone for including me in this collab. Again, you can check out the links in the description to go check out everyone's creations and see what they've done with Newcrest. I'm so super excited. I cannot wait to see. So they should all be published exactly at the same time that this this comes out. And if not, I think a few of them might have done live streams if we're on Twitch. So go take a look, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe to me and everyone else, and let us know what you think of our collab. And I will see you guys in the next video, which should be, oh gosh, I don't know if I have any tutorials recorded right now. I might have to record some more. Leave me some comments and let me know what tutorial you want to see next. But I think I'll be posting maybe a modern tiny house next. Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned for that, and come on over and visit me on Twitch if you have time, because that's where I have the most fun, hanging out with you guys and building and coming up with cool new ideas. So I will see you guys next time, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye! Wait guys, before you go anywhere, don't forget to click over here to watch new videos and click on my face when I disappear to subscribe.